We'd like to welcome Louis Oosthuizen into the interview room at the Shriners Children's Open. Louis finished T19 here last year and is making his season debut after a season that included 4 runner-up finishes. So Louis, if we could just get an opening comment from you ahead of your first start of the season.
Yeah, a good season last year, or last season. Probably could have done a little better to a championship, but all in all, good solid season. Would have liked one win at least in the majors there, but all in all, good season, and just ready to take the new season on.
And this golf course, like I said, T19 last year. Impressions, looking back on last year and after playing 9 holes in the Pro-Am today.
Yeah, I think last year shocked me a bit with 7 under cut. I think it was. It was very very low scoring, and golf course again. If it's off the tee, if you wide fairways, and you can really attack it. But the course changed quite a bit from yesterday to today. They must have rolled it quite a bit and speed up the greens, and so I think that defense is probably going to be firmness of the greens, I reckon, and just but again, I think fairways being pretty wide off the tee. I think it's all going to be on placement on second shots, and you're going to see a lot of birdies around this golf course.
All right, we'll open it up now to questions from media that we have on the line. We'll start with Steve DeMeglio, USA Today. Go ahead, Steve.
William, when you're at your farm, when you get some idle time, do you look back to last year and wonder what could have been?
No, not really. I think it was more just after the events that sort of you think what could have been, and you try and shake it off really quickly because there was always the next one coming, the next event. But yeah, it's it could have been a really good season. But my whole goal always is to try and get my game in a good spot when it gets to majors, and try and give myself a chance, playing back 9 of a major championship, and see if I can do something. And I've done that pretty well last year, and it's now just getting that next step by winning the championship.
And as you enter your new season, are you goal-oriented, or do you just go week by week, event by event, working on specific things?
No, we got a plan going from here on out. Certain bunch of events that you choose and pick sort of courses that you like, tournaments that you like, and see if you can prepare for those events, and use the other events to get your game really sharp for especially for those ones.
Thank you, sir.
Next question, Jeff Babineau. Go ahead.
Louis, you talk about getting your game ready for the majors, and obviously you did that in a great way last year. What did you learn through the process of that last year?
I think I've learned a way to do it. I learned to rest quite a bit before, take a bit of time off, and then certain time before the tournament, start working on things for that tournament, and always work short game. Doesn't matter which event it is. You just try and keep your short game as sharp as possible. But there's certain things that you're looking for in your game. Try and get it out in the other events, and try things under pressure when you play other events. By the time you get to the major, you should know what to do when you're in that situation. But I think we've me and my team had a pretty good way of preparing for it, and it's now just up to me to that stepping over that line to get that second major.
And as you start a new season and talk about stepping over that line, what maybe would be one area in your game with the slight uptick can get you across the line more?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think my iron play was very good, last season. I think it's definitely improvement, especially on my wedges. You know, obviously my putting has improved quite a bit, and I feel really comfortable on the greens, and felt I've always been a decent driver of the golf ball. So I think I can definitely improve with that iron game, and you know, just need to get those kinks out of the game and have it really sharp.
Did you watch the Ryder Cup?
I watched a bit of it, but at a stage there it was a bit brutal to watch. You know, it was sort of giving me the knew that, you know, we have to really work and get our games really ready for next year, because this is going to be a US side that's going to be around for a while. You know, looking on paper, you could see how strong they was, and it's just the way they played was just it was a bit. I mean, obviously it was a one team game, the whole tournament.
And I'll ask you finally, because you've seen U.S. teams through the years, did this seem like kind of a changing of the guard a little bit with all the youth?
Definitely. You know, I think a lot of times also that the US had strong teams on paper, but then that week they didn't really play well or perform well. This was one of the one where you couldn't really pick out someone that did not play well. They all were in form. They all were playing well, and yeah, I mean that's a young group of guys, and they're going to be around for a long while. And it's a good, you know, I think probably a bit of a different spirit in the team room with being so young a group together, and knowing sort of they're going to, you know, be around for a while. So it's just going to get stronger and stronger.
Great. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, Louis, those are all the questions we have. We appreciate your time and best of luck this week.
Thank you.